Hi everyone, welcome back to Simple Meals. Today is super exciting because it's my son's birthday, Daniel's, and I'm here with my niece from Oregon, and she has a pumpkin bar that she always had growing up, and she's like, when it comes to Daniel's birthday, I think this is the one. So we're gonna run through that.
All right, let's get started. So we already have prepared here the ingredients and stuff all pre-measured. In this bowl here we have a cup and 2/3 of sugar and a cup of butter, and then we're just going to be adding in our 2 cups of flour and then some other spices that'll be listed, including cinnamon, nutmeg, the salt, baking powder, baking
all the
soda,
cozy yumminess,
all the cozy flavor in there, and then we're going to be adding the pumpkin and 4 eggs.
Oh wow. And then we're going to be topping it with
some cream cheese frosting.
Ooh. Okay.
They're pretty good.
They're dialed in.
Yep. All right, I'm going to add the flour into it. I'm going to kind of do it slowly, and then I'm just going to take the fork and kind of start mixing and mashing it in there.
So as you guys all know, Daniel's favorite time of year is fall time. He just loves the coziness, and he loves cinnamon, pumpkins, like anything like that. So I think this is gonna be a super surprise.
Yeah, and this recipe, I grew up with it. My mom, Carol's sister, would make this all the time, especially in the fall, probably almost
weekly,
maybe, with mixed in with some other desserts. So it's pretty good. It's a staple in my life, so I'm excited to introduce it to them. All right, I'm gonna add the 4 eggs. I might switch to a spatula though, just to get the edges. Carol, are there any desserts or anything like that that you always did for the kids growing up?
Oh my goodness. I was always a pie maker. I loved making pies. And, it was really fun to go out and pick the fruit, if it was fresh peaches or I think it's because I grew up on a cherry farm. So it was always just fun to go out with my mom as a child and my siblings and go pick the cherries and then just watch her making the perfect pie dough crust. And she always kind of took her time, and I think it really meant a lot to her to give that to us as a treat. So I think, things like this is really special and meaningful.
Yeah. I think it makes it all the more homey and just cozy.
So have you been to Canada before?
Yeah, I have. But this is my first time to Toronto.
Oh yeah.
And it's my first time visiting the island.
Yes, it is. We've been having so much fun for the past 3 days.
Yeah.
It's going to be quiet when Caroline and Sylvia and Keith and Caitlin leave.
It's been so fun coming up here. It's really made me miss the West Coast. I've been living in Ohio the past few months, and coming here has made me really miss the trees and the nature and just more hills.
Not so flat.
Yeah. I mean, Ohio is beautiful in its own way. But, yeah.
There's no place like home.
Yeah, exactly. But it is so cozy here. I'm just going to be adding in the pumpkin.
It's like being with my sister with you.
All right, now that we've got it all mixed up, we're gonna be splitting this into our 2 pans. Originally, you're supposed to put this into like a bigger pan, right? Like
Yeah.
a big rectangle one, but this is what we got.
Like a brownie pan.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Because we're left-handed, Pete's always like, you cover up the shot all the time. And then I have to move it.
All right, so now that we have the batter all mixed together, we're gonna be baking it at 350 for 35 minutes. And while we're waiting, we're gonna be making a delicious cream cheese frosting to top.
That's gonna be yummy.
Yeah. Now we're gonna be adding the butter into the cream cheese. There's 8 ounces of cream cheese and half a cup of butter. All right, now that we have the cream cheese and butter all whipped up together, we're gonna be adding the vanilla extract. It's about a teaspoon. I just kind of eyeball it. There we go. I'm gonna mix that up a tiny bit. All right. Then after that, we have our powdered sugar. I have about 3 cups here. I'm just gonna slowly start adding this in here to make the frosting a little bit more fluffy and more delicious.
So what's your favorite thing that you've done here at the cabin?
Probably you teaching me how to fly fish.
That was fun.
That was really fun. It was just so beautiful outside, and I found that to be very relaxing. I love fishing in general, but I've never tried fly fishing, and Carol was very determined to get me to try it.
Well, I think with the help of Peter, we both learned a lot.
No, you were the best teacher. And then I think just exploring, taking walks and being on the boat. It's been super good.
Did you jump in the water last night?
I did.
Oh.
That was fun. We were in the sauna for a bit, and then we went and jumped in the lake. It was very cold. I could barely breathe, but it felt so good afterwards. I think we did that twice.
So now you'll come up in the winter and do a cold plunge.
Cold plunge?
You're ready.
I don't know if I'm to that point yet, but we'll see. I just added the last bit of the powdered sugar.
So we hear Daniel and Caroline coming back in the boat, and they've been trolling for some trout. But since this is a surprise, we're gonna whip these into the oven. So I think the oven is preheated.
Yep.
And we'll hide all this until this big surprise. This was really special and a lot of fun to be with you, Sylvia, and it meant a lot. Like, I'm gonna miss you when you're gone.
Aww.
And you're gonna have to come back, or I'll see you in Oregon.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was really, really nice to spend this time, make a birthday cake for Daniel. Big at 20. Ooh, the fire is nice. This is gonna be a fun night.
This is.
I don't think we showed Uncle Pete. He showed us.
We tried showing Sylvia and Emma.
Yeah.
Summer camp.
Yeah.
Cream cheese. There's 8 ounces of cream cheese and half a cup of butter.
This is the moment I realized that the butter was still rock solid from the fridge and would be almost impossible to mix up. I had one job.
Stop. Okay. Wait. This is so bad.
I tried to put it by the fire to soften it, and I thought for sure by now it would have been. Okay, it's okay, Lando.
Maybe I can after just say what I did.
Like the history of the Martin clan.
Oh, let's go.
That's really neat.
Against her wishes, we convinced Sylvia to frost the cake while it was still too hot. We were so eager to try it and a bit too
What was
impatient.
my quote from Pete? You ignored it. Bugs. It's perfect that we're talking about it.
In the end, it was a wonderful birthday party and an absolutely delicious birthday cake for Danny.